Hey guys, what's up? It's Ricardo, junkguysdfw.net. Thank you for watching this early in the morning. It is Tuesday. We have a winter front coming in here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area tomorrow, but I wanted to do a quick video about a great message that I got yesterday on my YouTube live video from one of my followers. And let me tell you what happened. He told me, Ricardo, I own 3 dump trailers, but they're so hard on my transmission and my trucks. I'm losing trucks all the time. I'm thinking of moving over box trucks. Oh man, that is one of the best questions. I think I've expressed this so many times in the last few years about these trucks. So I want to tell you about a story. When I first started my business, I did not have a lot of money. I was just barely starting out, so I asked my father if he could co-sign a brand new truck for me. Now my business was already going, but I wanted to kind of grow my business, okay? I was driving a 7.3 diesel and I only had one truck, but it was time for me to move on to a bigger truck. And at the time, I was kind of sitting there making that decision. Should I invest this money in a new truck? Will I be able to afford the payments on this truck, the insurance on this truck? And I said, well, my business is growing. I know I can do it. And you know what? My dad co-signed for me and he said, Ricardo, go and buy yourself a new truck. I said, okay. I had bought a new trailer. It was a 25,000 Madisonville trailer. I mean, this was one of those dumpster roll-offs with 5 bins on it, and the trailer, it weighed approximately 5,000 pounds and a little change. But you know what? I said, if I'm going to grow my business, I need this dump trailer and I'm going to need my truck. So that's my thinking. We go over to the dealership and I buy a new Ford 5.7 F-250 truck, and I decide to use that truck primarily to my dumpster trailer that weighs 5,000 pounds. So I want you to imagine this trailer with 1 ton in it. It was 7,000 pounds, and with 2 tons in it, usually that's standard, 9,000 pounds pulling around. I want to express to you that these trucks, the Ford F-250, is not that much difference in the Ford F-150. I'm going to tell you the difference in this is suspension. The engines have a little more tweak when it comes to the F-250, but the transmission and the powertrain are almost identical in these trucks. Now, when you scale up like an F-350, F-450, F-550, I'm going to tell you the engine, the powertrain, transmission, the engine, and even the suspension changes. 4 things on these trucks changes. That's how Ford, Chevrolet, and even Dodge designed these trucks. The F-150 and the F-250 are almost identical vehicles, such as the 1500 and the 2500 Chevrolet or the Duramax engines, or the Dodge 1500 and 2500. Listen, these companies follow each other. If Ford does it, Chevrolet does it. If Ford does it, Dodge does it, okay? So I want to express to you what happened with this truck. On a daily basis, I was averaging 4 to 5 jobs on this dump trailer with my Ford F-250 pulling it. My truck, 6 days a week, lasted me 14 months, a year and 2 months. I'm going to tell you, when this truck broke down, the transmission and the powertrain went out of this truck, and I was totally surprised thinking, wow, this truck is not made right. When I take it back to the dealership, they're like, well, where do you pull in? Well, this isn't. Finally, the mechanics come up to me and says, listen, I'm going to tell you something. This truck's not made to be pulling 9,000 pounds. Sure, it can do it once a month, you know, here and there, taking trips, hooking it up to a big old RV. Yeah, it'll do that all the time, and it'll do it for years. But on a daily basis, you're pulling 9,000, 7,000 pounds, 6 days a week to 5 jobs daily. It's not made for that. I, at the time, did not know that. And guess what? Here's another one. In Madisonville, they never told me that. Madisonville, Texas, when I went and bought the trailer, they're like, oh, you can use a Ford F-150. Do you honestly think the salesman down there says something to you like this? Oh, no problem. You can pull that with an F-150. Oh, yeah. See, he's trying to make his quota and make his commission off that vehicle or off that trailer that he's trying to sell you. So think about what he's going to tell you. He's going to sell any salesman, and we all know that salesmen are kind of creepy and they're kind of pushy, right? They will try all their little tricks in the book to make you buy their dump trailer. And that's what happened to me. I ended up buying the dump trailer. After a year and 2 months, that dump trailer ruined the transmission and the powertrain on my F-250. I see this a lot in the Facebook groups, discussion groups. I see it all the time. People are using 1,500 Chevrolets to pull 7,000, 9,000 pound dump trailers. And I'm just thinking, oh my God. Listen, it will pull the trailer. Don't get me wrong. You have been doing it for years. You've probably been doing it for a year, 2 years. But I'm going to tell you, long term, and I'm not saying short term, I'm saying long term, these dump trailers ruin powertrains and transmissions. They are not designed for that. So the question is, well, Ricardo, you're telling us not to buy these vehicles. What is? I will tell you, anything higher than an F250, such as an F350, F450, and an F550, all three big companies, GM, Ford, Dodge, all these three companies make different designs for anything over a 250 or a 3500, such as the powertrain, the transmission, the suspension, and the engine. You're not going to believe this, but the F150 and the F250, the difference in them is a tweak on the engine and the suspension. When the bigger trucks, such as the F350 and higher, you're not going to believe it, change four things: transmission, powertrain, engine, and suspension. So the difference isn't that much. These trucks are not designed to pull these trailers 7 days, 6-7 days a week, 5 times daily, running up and down all your city to do your jobs. I want to express this. Don't make that mistake, guys. I'm here for you. I've been through this, and I'm trying to save you money. If you're trying to scale your business, wait. Save some money and buy a bigger truck. Now, if you own a dump trailer right now, and you're pulling in with a 2500 or F250, which is a lot of people, and you're saying, Ricardo, I've had this for 9 months and work. This truck is used. You're going to have problems eventually, and you're going to learn a lesson about your truck's ability to pull 9,000 or 7,000 pounds. Now, there are people out there that probably get through the cracks and, hey, I've had it for 5 years. I've been pulling my, congratulations. But overall, the 2500, the F250 is not designed to be pulling that much weight daily, okay? And that was my problem. As a matter of fact, I want to tell you that this dump trailer, I still have it on my property. And people ask me all the time, Ricardo, I don't see you with your dumpster roll-off all the time. Where is it? And I tell them, I don't use it much because it ruins my vehicles. It even ruined my 3500 Chevrolet truck. I used to use it. You've seen videos. There's about 1,000 videos out there with my Chevrolet 3500 Duramax engine pulling 9,000 pounds daily to 3 or 4 jobs. It even ruined that truck. It ruined a 7.3 diesel F350 truck years ago, and after that I decided to say, Ricardo, let's go to a box truck or let's use my enclosed trailer. And I'm going to tell you, my trucks have lasted. Longevity is longer. The transmission and drivetrains are never a problem. There's always an electrical problem with these trucks, but other than that, these trucks have kept my expenses lower. Don't make that mistake. I know a lot of people are hanging in there, new entrepreneurs, new business owners are hanging in there by a thread, and then they get hit with a snowstorm or bad weather, and then they're really hanging by a thread, and then all of a sudden their truck breaks down. So I tell you, don't make that mistake, guys. I'm trying to help you out. I have been there before. I've seen these trucks break down, and you do not want that. And, by the way, I want to mention one other thing. Don't forget, guys, on February 10th, the Facebook free webinar. It is a private group. I will be talking. I will be speaking on it. I'm going to be telling people and techniques and tips just to let y'all know how to start a junk removal service, how entrepreneurs can get in this business. Now, if you own a junk removal business or wanting to own a junk removal business, this is for you. If 12 years ago, when I first started JunkGuysdfw, someone had told me, hey, we're going to have a free webinar, you can learn stuff, I would take that. Would it be good for your company to learn one thing out of that webinar that could save you $5,000 to $10,000 a month or a year? Yes, it's worth it to you. So look at the free, I said free, Facebook private group webinar. If you don't know how to get onto it, go ahead and send me a direct message using Facebook or check me out online with an email at junkguysdfw@gmail.com. And don't forget, guys, so the question was asked, Ricardo, I want to change from my dump trailers to box trucks. What do you think? And I say, box trucks are the way to go. It takes you a little longer to dump, but that box truck will last you a lot longer than that dumpster truck that you're pulling with that big old trailer. You understand what I mean? So don't forget, guys, if you like my videos, subscribe to the right side. On the left side, check out my other videos, and I'll see you February the 10th at my Facebook webinar. Bye-bye, guys.